G'day YouTubers and welcome back to my channel. Now I've got a number of kits, in fact the number is growing quite huge, of builds that haven't been finished. It's when I got started and then I ended up doing a group build or I'm doing something else or somebody asked me to do something. It's getting out of control. There's over 20 now on my bench and you know, it's got to stop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the easiest ones to finish, knock them off, hopefully one a week, and I'll do a video. So there'll be lots of assorted, unusual things that I've been working on. First one off the cuff is this Daimler-Benz. Now you may have seen me talk about this in other videos. Okay, now, what happened was I was at my hobby club down there in Brisbane, Riverside Scale Modelers, and Charlie's a real character of a guy. Charlie comes in the room and says, "Hey, got this kit. Instructions are gone, half the parts are buggered and it's all rattling around like shit. Does anybody want it?" And I said, "How much?" He said, "It's free." I said, "I'll take that." So up for a challenge, I decided I'd have a go at this kit. Now, these were the sort of the bits. In fact, it was worse than that. I should have taken a photo and there were just sort of bits of sprues and stuff half glued on and half painted. It was an absolute nightmare. But I managed to look on the internet and I found a spray mat. Yay! So I looked through, wasn't much missing, and what was missing I could fabricate, which I did later on. And managed to find even some rudimentary instructions, which gave me a clue as to how it was built. Not a lot of parts, it's a fairly simple kit, but I managed to pull apart what had been done already, which was wrong, fix it all up, cement it all back together, and then this is the story of how I took a free, wrecked, rubbish kit and I turned it into something I'm very proud of. So let's do the slideshow and I'll talk you through it. So here was the bundle of bits that I started with. Some of it had been assembled incorrectly. So I had to sort it all out, separate things, and then put it all back together, and I started to get the wheels assembled after downloading those instructions. And I fixed this broken rail. There's a railing missing there. I used a little paper clip and actually fitted perfectly. Then once I got it all ready, on with the styrene res, and all started to actually look like it was meant to go together. It started to look really nice. And here although I painted the wheels of the styrene res black, I used the styrene res brown, and I painted over the wheels, which gave me pretty well the colour I wanted from the photo I was trying to match. So I was just about halfway there, and the first dry fit after that, it actually looked like it was going to work, and it didn't look too bad. So on with the wheels, started doing a bit more detailed painting, getting that gearing done in between these spokes there, getting that all sorted out. And here are all the parts. I'm pretty well there. I've got my seats the right colour, everything's looking good. Did want to get a bit more of an effect on the seats, and I tried, didn't quite get it to sort of the level I wanted. And I wanted to get this back to club to show Charlie, so I kind of rushed a bit of a wash and threw it all together. And you know, things were still wet while I was having a shower and packing the car to head down to Brisbane. So when I got there, that's how it looked. It was okay, you know, it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't the level that I wanted, so I didn't enter in the competition. Got back home, pulled it all to pieces, had a look and thought, I can do better. I can do a lot better with this. Let's see what I can do. So I worked hard at dry brushing and getting a much better leather worn effect on those seats. And in the middle of all this, I moved house. We had an accident and a bloody axle broke on the thing. I had to fabricate a new one, and I also managed to snap off the bottom of one of those lamps. So I had to refabricate that as well. So anyhow, I got all that fixed up, put it back together, and there she is with a bit of styrene added. Poor bloody thing, it's really beating the walls. And now I finally got some metallic paint and a whole lot of new colours and thought I'm going to have a go at that brass. So using some Ammo MIG metallic brass, I reshaded all of that. I was washing this damn truck at the same time, put it all together and wow! Suddenly the thing just jumped out at me. Dust effects, you know, streaks and grime and dry brushing, and that's what I got. So there she is. Oh, it's a bit rattly. Actually the top seat here, I left that off for the reason that I wanted still to be able to see everything that was going on in that little brass steamy motor there. Alright, got a lot of work. So there you go. So she's, oops, and I still haven't, I haven't put the back drive belt on yet. That also was rattling around. Oh dear, so I got it ready and finished. It's essentially finished. so they could go in for Model of the Year down at Riverside Scale Models, and that's where I got it. Charlie gave it to me, so I wanted going back there at the end of the year model competition. So I put all that weathering on it, and you know, and all the things you saw in the video. I went to a lot of trouble to try and get chipping and weathering and dust effects and all the rest of it, and I bought special brass paint. Oh, it's around here somewhere, I can't dig it out. But now I bought Ammo MIG brass paint, and I used that, which went a treat. And everything, I mean, I learned a lot doing it. It's an unusual subject, it's not what I would have picked. But in the end, I'm really pleased that Charlie gave this one to me. Steering actually works well, sort of. It's something that's unusual, and it's a good size, see? 1/16 scale. Yeah. I'll put the bugger down before I break it, as I did when I was about to send it off to go to Model Club, and I managed to bash off one of those side lanterns and had to super glue the sucker back on. Oh dear. Anyhow, what I'll show now is just a final couple of slides on the way out, so you can tiptoe yourself to the music, you know, as you go. Do your little dance steps, as I've said before. Get your wombat, do-si-do. Oh, I'm talking shit. It's been too hot. It's been 110 degrees. It's too hot. Okay, well, that's the first of my Let's Get Some Bloody Models Done videos. And that is the Daimler-Benz. She's finished. She's done. Well, I've got to put that drive belt on the back. I'll do that. Don't worry about that. Okay, it's Hura from Australia, and it's goodbye from Harry Houdini.